All right, y'all. Mighty Mouse UFL on the YouTube. Go subscribe, guys. All right, y'all. Look, I came up with a couple things, man, that I think is, I put about 10 of the most important foods or supplements that I think is the most important to take in, and the reasons why to take these supplements in after your workouts. Okay, guys? So I wrote down a few things, and I wrote down why they're the best foods or supplements to take. All right, so 10 of the best foods after workouts. The recovery and repair time is more important than your workout alone. So what you do in the gym is not as important as your recovery and your nutrition. Your nutrition and your recovery is number one. So if you go out there and work out in the gym, you can work out till you're blue in the face. If you come back and you're not able to repair, recover, and come back and get those fibers back in the muscles built back up and to heal properly, you're not going to go nowhere as far as your workouts go. Your nutrition has to be number one involved. It has to be the number one thing. Otherwise, you're not going to get the gains and the results that you want, and your body's just going to keep breaking down, and it's not going to be able to repair. And the older you get, the harder it's going to be. Trust me, I'm 44 years old. It's hard. Your nutrition has got to be on deck. The only way you're going to repair and put on muscle is by giving it the nutrition it needs. Plain and simple. All right. My number one source after, because I do a 16-hour fast, my number one source to go to is a whey protein shake after I work out. All right, guys. It's got all the amino acids you need in it. It's the building block for building muscle. Protein is the building block for building muscle, period. All right? Not carbs, not anything else. Protein is the number one building block for building muscle, man. So you got to get that protein in. I like using a whey protein because it's fast acting. It doesn't take as long to digest and absorb as food does. That's for after my workout. I like a post-workout whey protein shake. All right. So the anabolic window, people might have heard about this anabolic window, guys. I want to let you guys know that that's a myth. It's not true. People think that they need to get this protein in as fast as they possibly can. As soon as they're done working out, man, I need to hurry up and get my protein shake in. I need to eat as soon as I'm done working out. That's not true, guys. You got about an hour and a half window to do that in, man. And that's if you're in a fast. If you're not in a fast, and you dumped a whole bunch of protein in and you ate breakfast that morning before you worked out, your window could be even longer. But it's a good rule of thumb between an hour to an hour and a half after you're done working out to try to get in at least 20 grams of protein, y'all. That's a good thing to stand by. You don't want to go hungry all day or anything like that ever anyway. But within an hour to an hour and a half after you're done working out, you should try to get in about 20 grams of protein, which is about a scoop of protein, whey protein, guys. All right. And it's, like I said, it's got all your amino acids in it, man, and it's fast acting, man, and it has the number one amino acid for repair, which is leucine in it. Most of your whey protein should have leucine in there. If they don't, then you need to check your proteins, because that's the number one amino acids that your protein should have in there as a whey protein. Period. All right, that's a very important protein. All right, let me say, if you don't have whey at your house, or you can't afford whey protein or whatever, which is cheap, but if you can't afford it, milk will do the same thing. A cup of milk is pretty close to doing the same thing, guys. You can use whole milk is better than using skim milk. Even though skim milk has a higher protein percentage in it, the whey in the milk is a lot better than your skim, unless you're in a calorie deficit where you're trying to cut weight or whatever. Then maybe you want to go with the skim. Maybe even add a scoop of protein in with your milk if you're looking to bulk up or whatever. But they say that whole milk is better than skim milk for replacing protein than skim milk is. I don't really know why. All right, but they say that it is. All right. Number 3, eggs. Eggs has just as much leucine as whey does. All right, each egg has about 6 to 7 grams of protein in each egg. So you can eat 4 eggs and get that same amount of protein as you're going to get in 1 scoop of protein, guys. Eggs are an easier source, I believe, to go to than having Tupperwares filled with chicken, grilled chicken, skinless chicken breasts, and all that type of stuff. Plus, man, like I know, grilled skinless chicken breasts in the refrigerator overnight in a day, it tastes like crap. So you can cook your eggs right on point. Here's a myth that I found out about, is that only 50% of your eggs is digested when you use them raw. Remember, guys, I made a video on taking 12 raw eggs a day. That's a myth, man. Your eggs actually produce more amino acids and you get more absorption out of your proteins in your eggs if you cook them. Okay, fried, hard boiled, whatever, doesn't matter as long as they're cooked. They absorb better and they will give you more of the protein that you need. Oh, like 50% more, because 50% is lost if you try to eat or drink a raw egg. All right, plus they taste like crap. So cook your eggs, guys. All right. Number 4, salmon. Salmon is high in protein, man. Salmon is I mean, just a little small amount of salmon has 30 grams of protein in it. All right, it's kind of expensive, but you're also getting omega-3s in there. So your omega-3s lowers cortisol and it increases your testosterone, guys. So those are 2 big important things. Cortisol, as you know, causes belly fat, belly bloat. Cortisol is a stress in your system. Lack of sleep. Cortisol is terrible for your system, man. A lot of women have it worse than men. Cortisol is like the visceral fat on the outside of your stomach. It's a thick fat and it's from stress. And this reduces cortisol, guys. So your salmon will reduce cortisol with the omega-3s inside of there. And salmon is a great place to go, man. All right. Now we're going to get into carbs. So carbs is not a necessity because you will get the same results. And if you are taking a carb, let's make this clear, guys. If you're taking a carb, your carb also has to be taken with protein. So the carb alone is not going to work. I'm not just telling you to go eat a carb. You have to have that protein in there also, but you also want to refill your insulin levels and stuff like that also, man. So the carbs, it reduces muscle breakdown and increases insulin production after your workout. It also helps in bulking phases, man. More strength and energy for your workouts, your next workouts, man. So if you're in a bulking phase, eating a carb with your protein after your workout is going to help you put on more size and more muscle, guys. So, but if you're in a cutting phase, you do not have to have a carb. You can replace with protein without using carbs at all. But the carbs build up the insulin levels and it will help you recover for your next workouts, man. So I'm going to give you a few of the carbs that I like to have, man. Tart cherry juice. All right, tart cherry juice is great. It speeds up recovery, reduces muscle breakdown, and reduces soreness. All right, so I've been using the tart cherry juice for about a month now, and I can say that it has a noticeable effect on muscle soreness, man. Where I would work out hard as shit one day and I would get sore, when after about a week or 2 into using the tart cherry juice, I wasn't as sore. So it gets rid of a lot of the waste in there that makes your body sore, man. So I like tart cherry juice as a carb. If you're going to use it, it's a drink. So you can add it in with your protein or whatever. So you can get it just like that, man. Watermelon juice. I have not used this. This is something that I researched. So I have not used the watermelon juice, but it is high in an amino acid called L-citrulline, which I get in my pre-workouts, all right? But L-citrulline, it helps blood flow and helps aminos get to where they need to be, and it clears out waste from your muscles, man, which is important. Because, man, if you're sore and your muscles are all wasted from the day before, and you're not getting the shit out of your system, man, you're just working out back on top of toxins inside of your muscles. Your muscles are not repairing, man. It's not getting the aminos and the proteins where they need to go inside of your body. So they say watermelon juice, I haven't tried it. Watermelon juice helps all of that, and it helps the amino acids get to where they need to be, and they also clear waste from your muscles, man. So try it. Let me know how it works. All right, oats. Now I do use oatmeal. I've actually been using a lot of what's it called, man? Multi-meal and stuff. But yes, I do eat oatmeal, man. And it's a carb. And the thing about oatmeal is it's got protein also in there. Now I wouldn't use oatmeal as your main source because the quality of the protein inside of oats are not what you're going to get from the other sources that I spoke about. All right, but you also get the benefits of having protein when you are eating a bowl of oatmeal, all right? So you do get protein in there, but they're very high carb. They're very carb dense, not like the drinks that I just told you about. So you're going to get more packed in carbs inside of oatmeal. It's a lot more dense, man. So oatmeal is very good, man, and it's also good for vegans. So it combined with other sources of protein, vegans. That's a great source for vegans, man, that don't use wheys or anything like that, man. So vegans, oats are a great source for you guys, man. All right, bananas. We're going to get into electrolytes now. Replacing electrolytes, meaning where you are being dehydrated. All right, what you are sweating out. That's your electrolytes. All right, guys. So we're going to get into replacing electrolytes. And a banana will give you those electrolytes, and it will give you about 28 grams of carbs. So banana is a great source of replacing your electrolytes and your carbs as well, man. It helps muscle recover and contract properly. Loss of this is why your muscle cramps. So if you're in the gym and your muscles cramp up, or if you're driving and your hands cramp up and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10, you're missing your electrolytes, meaning you're probably somewhat dehydrated. All right, guys, so bananas is a great source to replace electrolytes. So maybe taking a banana after your workout, they're very high in potassium, very high in electrolytes, and you can also use them as your carb source. All right, so bananas are great. All right, number 10, this is not any less than any of the other ones. It could be number 1, but you should be hydrated on water all time, even when you're working out. You should be sipping water all day long. I drink about 1 gallon to 1.5 gallons in the wintertime, and probably about 2 gallons of water in the summertime, guys. So water, this list is not in any order. All right, guys, the only order I suggest is that number 1 is that whey protein, man. Getting that whey protein in, I think that is number 1 after your workouts, man. But water, all day, water, rehydration, man. It's loss in your sweats. It's dehydration. It causes muscle loss. It lowers your testosterone, and it increases cortisol, guys. You know, if you guys are worried about testosterone, all men should be worrying about testosterone, man. All men are trying to, get this testosterone in, whether it's illegal sources or legal sources, or these gimmicks that you see at GNCs or whatever it may be. All right, everybody, all men are always on some testosterone high levels. Well, if you're dehydrated, guys, you've already lowered your testosterone by 25%. 25%. So if you've been out drinking alcohol, which we know alcohol dehydrates the hell out of you, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to get dehydrated, which causes hangovers. So if you're hydrated the whole time that you're out drinking alcohol, if you're drinking beer, drink a cup of water in between a beer, drink a cup of water in between 2 beers, drink a cup of water in between a mixed drink. Stay hydrated no matter what, because you're going to lower your testosterone and it increases your cortisol. And you don't want cortisol, because that's what causes that big ass belly bloat. That's what causes big ass guts. All right. So those are my 10 main things. You guys might have 10 ones also, 10 different things that you like also, man. But I gave you a few of the ones that I like. I'd use all of these except for the watermelon juice. I haven't tried that yet, but I will try it out. See what it is. Like I said, I haven't tried it, but those are some of my sources, guys. Go check it out. See if it helps you out. And like I said, I'm on a 16-hour fast all the way until April right now. So I'm cutting it down. I've already cut off 11 pounds on a 16-hour fast. I am going to make a video on fasting. And I'm going to show you the right ways and the wrong ways of fasting, and what you are allowed to drink liquid-wise while you're fasting. Liquids can kill your fast, y'all. So people don't think that liquids can kill your fasts, depending on what you drink, depending on what you add to your coffees, depending on what you put inside of your sports bottles. Liquids can kill your fast just because you're not eating food, guys. All right, we're going to cut this thing down. We're going to keep it going. 44 years old, baby. Looking good. We're making it happen. Stay fit, stay healthy, y'all. God bless. We got fights in Pittsburgh coming up, y'all. Peace.